Good afternoon, everybody. We're going for a drive. We are. Let me just work out how to get onto this main road. I reckon probably about now would be a good time. Oh, here we go. Now maybe I should get out of this bicycle lane. Pardon me. I must apologise for the top right hand side of the screen. That's the little sticky thing to my windscreen. I must apologise for that. I tried playing with that a few times before and my phone kept on falling off. Anyway, welcome back to Beekeeper Tarot. My name is Alan and we're going to go for a drive. So I'm actually dropping in to see a friend of mine who lives near a place called Kiama, which is down the south coast of New South Wales, so south of Sydney. And I don't think I've taken you down here before, not on this road. So I'm going to pretty much use the main roads to get down there. And yeah, we're going to drive past a place called Wollongong. And it's probably going to be around about maybe 100k journey, something like that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And we can chat. And you can look at the views. And you can mute me if you want. So once again, folks, thank you so much for your likes and your subscriptions. I really appreciate it. So kindness back at you folks, and love you to bits, and thank you so very, very much. So this is the pardon me, I just had some burgers, so yeah, and I've got a drink here, and I've just got the ice left, so I'll be munching on ice because it's a very warm day today. It's outside it's 41 degrees, so I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I know that 36 is 100, 36 Fahrenheit, so 36 degrees Celsius is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's bloody hot out there. It's hot. And I'm dressed accordingly, and I'm glad you can't see me because I'm just wearing the worst daggest clothes. And I have a t-shirt to change into and a few things a bit better to change into. And I get down to see my friend. So what's it saying to me? Yeah. So I'm off to see a friend of mine. And I've known the family for over 35 years, I think it is. I think I met them when I was 21. And so a long time, about 35 years, something like that. And the lady that I'm seeing tonight, this friend of mine's mother, though my friend passed away, she is born on the same day as me, so there's exactly 21 years between us. So yeah, so she's writing a few letters, and she needs a bit of a hand with some medical stuff. And I said I would come down and see her today. So I got home from work this morning about 8:30 and crawled into bed and slept for a while because I was tired, and I'm still a bit tired, but that's okay. I will sleep tonight. So we're coming up to a place here called Waterfall. So we're pretty much coming to the outskirts of Sydney. There's one more station after this, so we're heading south, yeah? So there's one more station after this called Helensburgh, which is technically the last suburb in Sydney. I think that's it, yeah. But Waterfall's like the big main junction, the end of there's like, what's the word? Shunting areas here, so the Sydney trains, they can park their trains here if they want to. And Helensburgh is probably, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes from here by train. And yeah. And so we are on the Princess Highway, and then that becomes the Princess Motorway. So we're just going to chunder on down. We're going to charge on down. Here we go. Welcome to the South Coast. Okay, we've left Sydney. Bye, Sydney. It was nice knowing you. So technically we've left Sydney. And like I said, I don't think I've shown you this road before. So it's quite a hot day today. I mean, it is summer. It's the 5th of December. It is summer. But I'm glad I've got my aircon on in my car. At least when I was working last night, because I worked from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 this morning, but I did get some sleep overnight, a couple of hours. At least it's air conditioned. It's got the ducted air conditioning, which I don't have at home. So, yeah. Anyway. So I was asked about the bees, about how do the bees keep themselves cool. So what I've got, and I will show this to you next time I video them. So on the top of the bee lid, there's like these I've got 4 vents drilled in there with like a bit of what would you call it, like a lattice behind it, and so that is purely for ventilation. So hot air rises. So the idea is that the hot air will escape from the hive. And bees are pretty good at regulating the temperature. They like the temperature anywhere between, I think from memory, it's about 16, 7. I've got to give this to you in Celsius, guys. I don't know Fahrenheit, so apologies to my friends in the States. I can only tell you what I know. So it's in Celsius, in metric. The bees like it anywhere, say above 18, 19 degrees till about maybe 33, 34 degrees. So when it gets cold, they will tend to huddle together, and yeah, they'll do all that and create their own heat. And when it's hot, what they'll do is they will sometimes they'll wet their wings. So I've got like a bird bath near where the hive is, and they will air condition the hives with their wet wings. They'll hang out the front and just go fan the hive and push all that hot air out. And so because I've got the ventilation at the top, I've got the 4 holes at the top on the lid, which I'll show you next time I do a video on the bees. Like I said, the hot air will escape. And the other thing that I've got to help them is I've got some insulation on top of the hive. So I've got like in Australia, I guess it's like you call it like a perspex sheet, I guess you call it. So when we have elections here, and I think I've said this before, I might have said this on the channel before, when we have elections in Australia, they're pretty regimented. Like they're pretty much the same. It doesn't matter where you vote in the country. It's pretty easy. So what happens is that the parties, they all have these little signs on how to vote. You know, so if you're, just all the different political parties. And then after the election, we had a state election. Sorry, I think it was a state election, which was a couple of years ago. It wasn't the federal one, it was a state election. So I went to a local skip, and there was about 50 of these little how to vote signs there, but they're, probably about a metre tall by maybe 70 centimetres across, something like that. And so my housemate and I, we put 2 together, and so I've got that on top of my hive. So basically that will give the hive it's like a veranda. So in Australia, we have these things they're called Queenslanders. So Queensland is the state north of New South Wales, and so in in Australia, like when you go into the country areas, like the old country houses, right? They would have a veranda built around them the whole way, so that would just help keep the house cool. So basically, yeah. And I think there's a predominance of them in Queensland, so we call them Queenslanders. So when an Aussie is talking to you about a Queenslander, they're talking about this big veranda that goes around the house. And so in a way you could say the bees have got a Queenslander, and I'll show you what I mean next time I do a video for them. So that's what they do. Yeah, so but like I said, I will be banishing Lena to the ground floor, Lena. So once again, Lena, love you to bits, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But you'll love the basement, Lena. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll have a great time in the basement. It's near the cellar. You'll love it. Anyway, yeah. So, but what I've decided to do with that, because I couldn't decide what frames to use. I was thinking about getting new frames, but what I've decided I'm going to do is I've got plenty of frames, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the wax off them. So when you buy them from the bee shop, they come like with a pre-made wax, which I think is like kind of like half a synthetic. It's not like the honeycomb that the bees make. So I'm going to cut the wax out of these frames, and when I show you, you'll see what I mean. They've got like these lateral bits of wire, and so I'll do all that. I'll cut the wax out, so just be exposing the wire, how would you call it, horizontal joinings, I guess, between them. I'm very good at English today. My English is getting gooder and gooder. Then what I'm going to do is I'll freeze them for maybe a day or so. So the reason I'm going to do that is in case there's any nasty bugs or any eggs or anything lying on those frames that I don't want them to be there. I'll freeze them so anything that's nasty will die, and then they all have those frames, and then they can build their honeycomb and they can make their honey. So this is going to be real good stuff. So that's what I have decided to do with that. Let's kind of move this a bit. I'm risking fate here. That's what I'm going to do with that. This camera's a bit off. Hold on, guys. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Yeah, so I'll do that, and hopefully, I don't think I'll have time tonight because I'll probably be with my friend for a few hours, and like I said, I've known the family forever, and they're a really nice family, and they have no idea that I do tarot. They have no idea at all, and that's probably a good thing because the lady I'm seeing today, her sister and brother-in-law, they're both like this Pentecostal preachers, or he's a retired Pentecostal preacher, so I could just imagine if I just locked up with a tarot deck and said, oh, you know, what you want to know, love? They would seriously think I was possessed. So, best I don't tell them. Best I don't say, hey, listen. And here's the thing, I've got like 4 decks with me in my bag. You never know when you're gonna, you just never know when you're out and about and you're gonna want to ask a question. You never know. So, always take a deck with you. It's like, it's a bit of a staple with me. If I'm going on a little day trip or going for a run around, there's always a tarot deck with me. Always. Because you just never know. You never know when someone's going to say, hey, listen, can you do a reading for me? You never know. It's happened before. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. And with my friend Brenda, who I'm going to see, so she's what is she said? she's 79, but she's good for 79. But I've known her like I think I was 20 when I knew her, because she bought me like this big cake for my 21st. I still remember that. But the family got this really scabby cake, and I got this really deluxe chocolate cake. So I've known her for a very long time. So wow, it'll be nearly 40 years. Okay, there you go. But I was there when Preston passed away. So her husband passed away last year, and without going into too much detail, because I want to respect a bit of privacy here. But I used to be a palliative care nurse, so I've worked a lot with palliative care, and I used to be an oncology nurse, so amongst other things. So I've done a lot of work with cancer and end of life, like lots. And I lobbed up to the hospital, I guess about a year and a half ago now, and I just felt I kind of been involved with Brenda's husband for a bit, helping him with a few things, like just nursing wise, even though like I'm not a nurse anymore, but just if they have any kind of questions, I would answer them and refer them on to doctors or whatever I would do, and that's, I guess that will always be a part of me. And anyway, so I got to the hospital, and I was just like, I was saying to Sid, Sid was away, but I was thinking to myself, no, I really need to get my ass over there tonight. And that's the thing, guys, like I've said before, like trust your intuition, guys. Like, if you're getting a message from the universe, trust it. Just trust it and go with it, absolutely. And you'll know, when Spirit's talking to you, you'll know. So anyway, I got this strong urge to get my ass over to that hospital, and the nurses didn't really know how to handle the secretions, and there was just lots of stuff going on. And fortunately, because I was a palliative care nurse, or used to be, I knew what to do, and so I was assisting as much as I could in a legal way. So I got permission to advocate, and I advocated pretty hard, and we got him comfortable. Took us a bit, but we got him comfortable, and then he just checked out. Good on him. He checked out, and it's like I remember before he passed, he was just looking. He looked up towards the sky, like towards the ceiling, and I just thought, okay, here we go. He's going to check out, and and then I just went over to him and I said, Preston, and he was gone. So, but I was the first person to notice it. But they're a nice family, they're a nice family, and and they've been trying to get hold of me for a while, but because I've been so busy, and so basically I called Brenda yesterday, and I said, listen, I called her yesterday before work, and I said, hey, listen, I'll see you tomorrow. So she will have tea and coffee and God knows what. I said to her, listen, no food, but I know this woman, she'll have a 3-course meal for me if I ask for it, which I'm not going to. I just want a coffee. But they're very, very nice people. So that's where I'll be today for a few hours. So she lives near a place called Kaima, which is down the south coast, like I said before. And when I finished there, It's a full moon tonight in Australia, well, a full moon everywhere, and full moon in Gemini, I do believe. So to all the Geminis out there, hello from the Scorpio. Hello. Hello. And there's this really nice lighthouse at Kiama, and I would love to show it to you. So how about I do that? How about we go for a trip to the lighthouse? How about we do that? And there's this truck in front of me, a Linfox truck. Full of Linfox stuff. Alright. Here we go. Let's overtake it. Spicy Chain Solutions. Okay. I wonder what that means. Linfox Spicy Chain Solutions. So we will be coming into Wollongong soon. Now I've done all my gibber. Oops, hold on. Trying to adjust this a bit more. And so we're about to go down a thing called Mount Ousley. So it's fairly well known. And it's so basically I'm on like an escarpment right now. And we are about to head down the escarpment and head down to the coast. We're going to go whee all the way down the mountain. So we are on that trip now. So I've done this road many times, not for a long time, but I've done this road many times because I grew up not too far from here. So it's a really nice run down the south coast. It's a nice run from Sydney. But like I said, there's a lot more scenic ways that you can go down. But I'm literally just thinking of, getting down there and getting my coffee and sorting out what Brenda needs me to sort out for her. So I'm kind of, and actually I've shown you some of these roads down here anyway, but I haven't taken you down here yet. But Kiama's really nice. Kiama is really nice, as you will see. So when I'm finished with Brenda, like I said, I'll head off. We'll go further down south, and then we'll go back home. On the road again. There's a nice, there'll be a few steep descent signs coming up soon. Because we're going down. Why that? I'm not sure what the speed limit. I'm doing about 100 k's. I'm not sure what the speed. Oh, it's about 100 k's. Okay. All right. Then I will come home tonight and go back to work tomorrow. But I'm working day shift tomorrow, so I'm starting at 10 and finishing at 6 at night, so 10 in the morning to 6. They're not a bad shift, and I'm working with my team leader, who I get on with really well, so I'll be working with him. So it's funny. I'm thinking about maybe taking some leave next year. Maybe doing a bit of travelling, but we'll see what happens with that. And I did a card reading about what will they think. And my good friend Igor, hi Igor, if you're watching, gave me a tarot deck which is called the Storyteller's Tarot Deck for my birthday. And so it's quite a challenge for me because it's not the meanings are the same as the standard tarot deck, but the cards have got lots of different, like they're not based on the RWS, so that's a bit of a challenge for me to work out the imagery. But so I'm kind of like looking at the cards and reading them intuitively by what I'm seeing on the card, and then trying to relate that back to the meaning I know from the RWS. So I'm still kind of, it's in progress. It's work in progress, but it's a beautiful deck. So, and so I did this reading last night, right, just for myself before I went to bed. So I'm at work, right, and so I'm on my bed shuffling the cards. What will they think about me when I'm asking for 4 or 6 weeks off? And there's this figure at the base of the deck, and it's just this half animal, half devil thing that's just like, ah! Oh my god, they're not going to be happy. Oh lordy, they're not going to be happy. How hilarious. And then I did another reading, and I think they're going to give me the leave, but they're going to hate doing it. That's what I got. So I might look into it a bit later. I'll double check that with the deck, which I know well. Okay, so we are now going down Mount Ousley, and you can see here the trucks are in the left lane because that's their lane. Yeah, so we've already hit a reasonable way down the escarpment. Yeah, okay, so trucks and buses can do 40 k's an hour, 40 kilometers an hour, and the rest of us, I think we can do 80. I'm just thinking on about 80, so yeah. So to my left, which you can't see right now, is Wollongong. So we're kind of like in North Wollongong now. Oh, we're not, we're down Mount Ousley, I should say, but if I drew a parallel line, pardon me, to the coast, we'd be in like, yeah, North Wollongong area-ish. But I used to study down at Wollongong years ago. So I used to ride my motorbike up and down here all the time when I was young and silly. I love motorbikes. Motorbikes are fun. Now that I'm, old and bored, I just want to have the comfort of a car now. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Okay, so we are 5 kilometers from Wollongong, so yeah. And we'll keep going. So once again, I'm just going to let all this mess happen in front of me. I'm not going to get too close to these cars. It stresses me when I'm driving. I've got someone up my ass. Figuratively speaking, it stresses me. So they can all go up someone else's ass. Leave my ass out of it. No cars up my ass. None of that rubbish. I'm pure. Alright. For some reason my ears are popping. Anyway. But Wollongong's a nice area. It's not a bad area. And it's a really nice train trip actually from Sydney as well. You sort of go through bits of the Royal National Park, and the train line sort of hugs the coast for a while. And I can literally see the CBD of Wollongong just to my right hand side. They're doing roadwork down here. What's that all about? What is that about? They're always doing roadwork in Australia, like always, which is pretty good. Because we're like the States. We're geographically a big country, so they're always building some overpass or some bypass, which I think is what they're doing here. I do not know, but I'm seeing pillars being built. It's looking very overpass-esque. They're probably going to build some interchange here or something. And to my left is Wollongong TAFE, and I studied chemistry there when I was, and I can almost see the block where I used to study. I think that's the block I studied on the left hand side. I did a associate diploma in chemical technology or something like that, and I was like in my 20s. I did a bit of lab work for a while, so, and then I got bored with that. But anyway, okay. So we can now head off to 80 k's. And I'm hoping this is turning out okay, this video. Maybe I can ask Brenda to charge my phone for me. When I get down there. Yeah, so this road kind of bypasses Wollongong. So we want to go further south of Wollongong. See, and I can see like all these cars just zipping in front of me and changing lanes, and there's one guy in a red Jeep, and he's just driving like an idiot, eh? He's just zipping in front and changing lanes, and I'm just like, you know what, mate? See ya. I love you long time, I love you hour. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing the bees fairly soon. And that's how they keep cool. They're actually really good at looking after themselves, but I do think that the little veranda thing I've got for them makes their life a bit easier, because otherwise the roof, it's like aluminium or aluminum, we call it aluminium, and it gets, obviously being metal, it gets quite hot in the sun, so I would So I'm sure that they appreciate that. But I was out with them today, near them today, and they were quite fine. They were just bringing all the pollen, but there was a lot of activity there, so I need to give them a second story soon. They need a bit more room. I'm feeling that. So I want to get that done soon. So within the next week, I want to have the condo going. And then later on, I can show you how I harvest the honey. But like I said, I always keep for them. So, because they're just doing all this hard work, I mean, they're doing all this hard work. Yeah, so the crap is still going on politically with the states and everything. Still going on. I've seen a bit of the news, but I've missed a lot of it because I was just busy at work, and this morning I was sleeping, and it's like there's just so much stuff going on. But sometimes it's healthy to not be, well, for me at least, not be absorbed in it all the time. Like I just need a bit of space from it sometimes, because what's happening today will be out of the news cycle in a couple, well, maybe not, depending what it is, but it's just a constant assault of horror. It is, it's just a constant assault of unmitigated horror. And not just in the States. I mean, there's Ukraine. I think I was reading something about China. They're now banning commercials with gay and lesbian people in it. I mean, for fuck's sake, what is wrong with you people? And I think there's something in Japan happened as well. I've got to double check this, where there was some court case that challenged and said that gay and lesbian people can't marry, or some stupidity. It's like, what are people afraid of? What are people afraid of? Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But I still remember, actually, when all the marriage equality stuff was happening in Australia, which, as I've said to you, went on for a long time, and I've spoken about that. People were coming up to me and saying, oh, if gay and lesbian people get married, it's going to destroy the sanctity of straight marriage. Well, no. And if your straight marriage is being interfered with because of a gay man or a lesbian or whatever, well, then maybe your partner is not as straight as you think he is. Duh. So maybe you need to sort that out and not blame us. Anyway, I will leave that there. But I really, just to change the subject, I really do appreciate your, just talking about the bees again. I really value your questions, and it's nice that there's a core of you guys that are following me with the bees. And, I fully respect that it's not everyone's jam. I fully get that. But it's like I said when I did my collab with Lena, my reason for starting the channel was really twofold. It was to help, obviously, raise awareness for tarot, because I love the tarot, right? I just love all that esoterical stuff. And also to help with bees, because, as I've said a few times before, the bees are just doing it really tough. And if I can make one person more aware of bees, or to help bees in the world, that's enough for me. that is enough. And yeah, so I will keep going and talking about bees. And I want to talk about how they make honey. I want to talk about creating good bee habitats. And you don't have to be a beekeeper. Like, you don't have to be a beekeeper. But if you decide to, I'm trying to give you the nuts and bolts of it, like just cut away the crap and just show you this is what it is, and yeah, so if any of you are thinking of becoming beekeepers, let me know in the comments. Or but what you'll find is that I don't know about other countries, but in Australia at least, it's almost like there's this third law of separation. It's like, you will know, most people I've asked will know someone that knows a beekeeper, if you know what I mean. It's like there's this, third level of separation, or whatever the terminology is. And I was not expecting this traffic. Maybe all these people are going to see my friend. It's about, what is it? It's about 3 o'clock here. But I think you'll like Kiama and the blowhole and the lighthouse tonight. It's I haven't been there for a long time, but it's a nice place. I really like it down at Kiama. So we will do that soon. Now there is a turn-off up here about 300 metres, so I'm hoping that after this turn-off the traffic starts to clear. I can go a little bit faster. Oh wow, it's a cool little bike thing there. See, I always get nervous when I see motorbike riders do that, because this person wasn't in leather, they're just in like a t-shirt, and I'm just like, oh, don't. If you come off, seriously, there is nothing to protect you from the gravel but your skin, you know what I mean? And he just zipped in front of me. I'm assuming it was a he. So no, looks like there's more traffic. Okay, I'll let this truck in. In you come, truck. Anyway. So now I'm about to bore you with all this traffic. Well, at least we're moving. Yeah, so I got a bag with me, right? I've got a towel. I've got my taro cloth. I've got 2 taro cloths of blue. I've got one of my taro cloths. And I've got 4 decks in there. I think I bought 4 decks. And I can't tell Brenda or family any about that. because they'd all start worrying about me. Oh my God, he's gone to the devil. Oh my Lord. He's a witch. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Some of my best friends are. Well, I mean, it's all the same, isn't it? I mean, if you're a spiritual person, you manifest. If you're a person of faith, you pray. If you are a witch, you cast a spell. It's all about intention and about words, right? It's all the same. It's all the same. Just my thoughts about that. And I was actually thinking, how would work feel? I mean, not that they know, but I'm sitting. So we've got like working in a house, and there's like a bedroom there, which it's like an office, but there's a bed there. So yeah, I don't mind me. I just do some tarot. Don't mind me. It's all good. Well, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was there on my own, and the people I'm looking after had gone to bed. They were fine. I'd done all my work, did all my paper. I'd done everything, and done all my paperwork, and done everything. And I was supposed to be asleep, and I thought, you know what, my time. There's a sign here that says Kaimu Nara, so we'll be turning off a bit before that. Suddenly we're going fast again, which is good. And so you can't see, but to my right, I'm sorry, is the escarpment, so that's what we came down. So yeah, so it's been a while since I've taken you for a drive with me. And oh hey, listen, how stupid am I? So I bought this dash cam, right, about a month ago. I still haven't put the bloody thing in my car because I'm such an unco when it comes to these things. So I will get around to doing that. And the reason I did that was so that I could give you quality videos. So what am I doing? I've got my bloody phone out. Pure class here on Beekeeper Tarot. Pure class. So I've got like a singlet tank top on right now, and I'll just change into a t-shirt so that I won't terrify my good friend Brenda and my family if they're there, but I think it'll just be me and Brenda, which is fine. As I said, they're a very nice family. It's like that traffic, unless I miss something, it's like it just dissipated. Traffic, I don't know, traffic does that sometimes, doesn't it? Like, you've got this huge big bottleneck and you blink and it's like, it's all gone. Like, oh, was there a rapture or something? Oh, it was a rapture. Must have missed the rapture. 24 hours shopping in rapture. There you go. That's what happened. All the believers got raptured. That's why the traffic cleared up. Now I know. Ooh, ah. Oh well. Easy for me. think this film is a little bit off kilt, so I do apologise for that, folks. Now I've got to remember which road to turn off to. Now it gets complicated. Oh, that's not good. But it is very nice down here. It's a nice neck of the woods to live. It's 3 o'clock, so I think the sun will be going down about 7:30. So we will head off to the blowhole and to the lighthouse after that. It's always nice to take you guys with me, you good people with me on a drive. That's not it. There's a way that you can go back to near where I live. It's like an inland road. It's not inland. You can sort of go upwards. A place called Kangaroo Valley, which is really nice. Maybe we should do that one day. We'll take on that. There's a tourist drive here. Maybe we should do that one day. I can show you some of the falls down here. It's really a nice area down here. There's lots of waterfalls and like national parks and stuff, and it's just really pretty down here. But I can't remember the last time. I haven't probably been down here for, I would say, maybe a year. The last time I went to visit Brenda and the family. It could be a year. I mean, I've seen her since then, and she's been up in Sydney. But it's been a while. And they did a lot of road work down here. They were doing road work down here, like where we're driving now. For God, it went forever. That's one thing about Australia. When they do road work, like it, you know, we're talking Australian time here. Like it, you know, like don't hold your breath. We're talking Australian time. It's about 3:20 now. We've been driving now. We've been driving with you now for just on an hour, about 55 minutes. So I'll probably make it an hour, then I'll think, you know, I've made you suffer enough. And I'll ask for a coffee. Can I have a coffee, Brenda? that's the thing, you know. When I do these readings and I talk about helping people, it's just that, you know, you do what you can to help people. It's just that I used to be a nurse, you know. But don't ask me to change a tire in a car. Do you know what I mean? We've all got something to give, and it's only because I used to be a nurse I've got some knowledge that I can help people with. And you know, you might be a scientist, or you might be a teacher, or you might work in Walmart. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all equal, and we all have something to give to the plate, you know. And it's all about just trying to help people. It's just about trying to treat people the way that you would like them to treat you. It's really simple, you know. And like, if you think about this orange buffoon, right? This ancient orange. Well, there's nothing wrong with being ancient. I mean, I'm heading there myself. But the thing is, he's miserable. He's cheated everything, gotten away with everything so far in this life, and he's miserable because he never got it that the way to be happy is to be nice and treat other people with decency and kindness, and the same for animals. He never got that. He never, ever, ever got that. And he could have done so much good for the world. He could have done so much for the environment. He could have just helped so many people. But oh no, it was all about being selfish and just looking after himself. And, you know, that's why he's tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning. Rah, rah, rah. Always trying to cheat people, trying to get away with stuff. Entertainment only YouTube. He never got it. And I'm not totally convinced that the American justice system will deal with him, but the universe will. I do believe that. The universe will sort him out. I would hate to have that amount of negative karma on my shoulders, but he has invested nothing in his life from a spiritual point of view. Like nothing. Like nothing. You know, the concept of being nice to someone for the sake of being nice to somebody, or caring for somebody, it's such a foreign concept to him. And, you know, yeah. Anyway, yuck poo. Well, anyway, folks, I'm just about to reach my turn off. I will end this very shortly. Thank you for hanging with me for an hour. And I'll be at my friend's place in about maybe 5-10 minutes. So I'm going to turn off here. And so thank you once again, and I will see you at Kiama in a few hours' time. Okay, folks, thanks for hanging with me. Love you to bits. Thank you so much once again. Bye for now.